Hello and welcome to the Bearded Hooker 3. I'm Walter and today we're going to do an unboxing video. I ordered from two different companies recently and purchased some yarn from them. The first company I want to talk about is Made in America Yarns. They're out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I ordered some yarn to enhance other yarn. So I ordered, it's very thin, and when I crochet I'm going to be crocheting this with another piece of yarn at the same time, so it gives it like a glittery effect. So I did get it in 4 different colors. I got this nice turquoise tealy color and has a really great sheen. I also got it in green. I got it in this like really deep, almost Christmas burgundy red color, and this is copper colored. However, when I look at it, sometimes I think it's copper and sometimes I think it's lavender. So it'll be interesting when I pair it up with a yarn to see how that color really pops. So just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, and I don't know if you can actually see the sparkle in here, so I wanted this particular project, which is the Mandala Madness by Helen Shrimpton, and I'll link that in the description to her website if anybody's interested in looking at any of her designs. She's one of my favorite English designers from England, and I'm not getting paid or sponsored by anybody that I mention here, not either of the yarn companies nor Helen, but I certainly wanted to show you what I'll be doing with this. So Ice Mandala, this yarn is 100% worsted weight merino wool, and I dyed it myself, so I have this really nice gradient from this really dark color to the other end will be white. And while crocheting this, I'm going to be using this sparkly thread to give it a sheen like ice would. And then my plan is to do a mandala for each of the elements, so I'll also be doing a fire, an earth, and a wind mandala. So again, that's Made in America Yarns. I ordered it. It came in about 6 days. Great company to work with. It's out of Pennsylvania, as I said. Shipping was pretty standard, $12. And they wrote like a nice little note, because I did order this at the beginning of the coronavirus, the beginning of March. When the pandemic started erupting, and their note was like, thank you, stay safe, smiley face. So a really great company. I would recommend them for any of your yarn purchases. And then if you're looking for anything unusual like a sparkly yarn to add onto, or if anybody spins, you have your roving, you can add this into your roving, and make a 2-ply or 3-ply yarn with this added in. I think it will give a really nice effect. The second company that I ordered from is Knit Picks, and Knit Picks is out of, I want to say Florida, but as I look at this, they're actually out of Ohio, so they are not out of Florida. So Knit Picks is a place that has colored yarn, but it also has bare yarn. I enjoy dyeing yarn, even though there's like probably tens of thousands of different colorways in the world. There's just something satisfying about taking yarn and coloring it the way you want it to be colored and to have the texture. For instance, the Mandala Madness, which I colored the yarn for, I needed 7,000 yards. Purchasing 7,000 yards to have the gradient that I was looking for is an impossibility unless you do a special order, and unfortunately I'm not independently wealthy, so I have to kind of figure out how to make it work on my income level. So from Knit Picks, I'm not going to hold up the whole box because I did get quite a bit. I did get 20 skeins of this. It's Wool of the Andes sport weight. It's 274 yards per 100 grams. This is made from in Peru. It's 100% wool. It is not superwash, so when working with it, I have to be careful not to overwork it because I don't want it to felt. And felting is when the fibers kind of melt together and you get like a dense piece of fabric. But it feels super nice. It's not itchy, and I'll be making some colored yarn with this. Fun, and I certainly can make a couple videos if anybody's interested in that, or you can search YouTube. There's a ton of amazing indie dyers out there who have much more experience dyeing yarn than I have. So again, this was Wool of the Andes, sport weight. The other yarns that I got, that I ordered from Knit Picks, is this 100% silk. It's 878 yards per 100 grams. This is a lace weight, so it is super thin. It's a 2-ply yarn. And it's Knit Picks Luminance yarn. So this I will be dyeing. And because it's an animal fiber, I'll be doing an acid dye with this. It's amazing. It feels super soft. I will be dyeing this. I think I'm going to be using a Wilton black paste dye and do an acid dye with this. And the reason I want to do the Wilton black is that there's other colors that make the black, so when you're dyeing, it's called breaking the dye, so the component colors actually come out in addition to the color. So I have the potential to make some really nice silver, red, blue, black gradient yarn with this. So I'm going to do that, and I did order 2 skeins of this. This was a little on the pricey side. This was $20 a skein, as opposed to this was $5. And then the third kind of yarn that I ordered from them is their Andes del Campo Bear. This is 100% wool. This is also Highland wool. It's 164 yards per 100 grams. This is an Aran heavy worsteted weight yarn, and I ordered 4 skeins of this. This I will have to convert into hanks for dyeing because I think it does a more even dye. And I hadn't used an Aran heavyweight before to dye with, so I just wanted to check it out and see what it's like. Yeah, so again, I will put the links for the yarn in the description for both places. I have not actually worked with any yarn from Knit Picks yet, so I certainly will be doing a follow-up video letting you know how I thought it dyed, how it worked up, how it held the dye. And for the shipping, it was about 6 days for Knit Picks too. I will say though that if you ordered now, I did receive an email from them that they are working with less staff because of the coronavirus, so it may take longer to receive your order. Again, it was about 6 days, which isn't terrible. I do have a third yarn that I had ordered from a company out of Denmark called Hobby, H-O-B-B-I. It was supposed to arrive here on the 10th, after 10 days. And welcome, it's Walter from TBH3, and today I'm going to talk about some yarn that I had ordered from a company in Denmark called Hobby, H-O-B-B-I-I. I mentioned in the earlier video that hasn't been released yet, so I'm just going to attach this to that video. And in that video I mentioned that it hadn't been received yet. So overall, I would give this company a B. I had ordered the yarn March 12th. I got a notice that they had shipped it out, and on their website it says orders to the US will take 10 days. So it should have arrived March 24th. It actually arrived in 2 shipments, April 8th and 9th. However, there was no indication on the original email that it was being sent in 2 shipments or 2 packages, as well as on the website that they give you to track your shipment on. There was no indication. And when the first package arrived, there were six balls of yarn in it, and so I was of course concerned that the rest of my order didn't arrive. However, it showed up the next day. And when I attempted to contact customer service, because it's Easter week, in Denmark they have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off for Easter holiday. So I don't expect to get a response until Tuesday. However, I did send a follow-up email indicating that the entire order had arrived, and please disregard the first email. So with that said, what I had ordered from Hobby is these little skeins of 100% cotton in different colors. I have these three. I got this petrol color, which I really like. It's a nice turquoisey color. Some red and black. And then they have packets with predetermined colors in them. So you could do like a gradient kind of thing. And I did get the Earthy Spirit packet. And these are all the colors that it came with. There are 20 different balls in here, and they have a range of colors. And I'll be using this to make a mochila type bag, as well as I use it to weave with. These make really great washcloths. So the quality of the yarn looks really great, and I certainly will be ordering from the company again, knowing that actual shipment time is tremendously longer than they indicate. Now, with the coronavirus going around, that may have something to do with the shipment. I'm not sure, so I'm interested to see the next time I order if it's similar to this experience or not. One thing that I really love about this yarn, and I wish all yarn companies would do that, because these are center pull skeins, they have these little easy start tabs. So the center of the yarn has been pulled out, and they stuck a little tab on the end of it so that you're not hunting and fishing for the center of the yarn, and you don't get yarn barf when you're looking for it, which I know we all have experienced. So you just pull it out, and it's easy. It's an easy start. So it's perfect. It's wonderful. So I still would give them an overall a B, just because of the shipping really wasn't what they had indicated. I'm all set for this week for this video. Thank you for joining in. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I certainly will get back to you. Thanks, and remember, never stop hooking.